What does budget cap mean and how does it affect the property market? Hi, I'm Daniel, a buyer's agent from Window Property Group. Before we go on, we'd like to inform you that all our material is for informational purposes and should not be considered as professional or financial advice. You should seek independent financial guidance from a professional who can advise you on the best ways to proceed in your personal circumstances. Awesome news, the government is expanding its first home buyers scheme, where people only need a 5% deposit to buy a house with no lender's mortgage insurance. It's expanding the scheme from 10,000 places up to 35,000 places this year. But it comes with rules on who's eligible and how expensive the houses can be. With all three schemes, it must be PPOR, which means principal place of residence. The cost of all three schemes will be $8.6 million over the next 4 years. So the new home guarantee, the type of property that you can build with that is a newly constructed dwelling, off the plan, or house and land packages, or even land in a separate contract built to a new home. Each state has its own rules. New South Wales, you can build a property up to $950,000 in a dependent city and up to a maximum of $600,000 in the country. The family home guarantee. Last year, the government announced it would offer 10,000 places over 4 years. It's now adding an extra 5,000 places a year to help out single parents with at least one dependent under 16. Whether that single parent is a first home buyer or a previous home buyer from a previous relationship, being a single parent, the government's now assisting you to get into the market with just a 2% deposit. Example, if you're buying a house for $500,000, all you would need is a $10,000 deposit with no LMI to get into the market potentially. On top of that, it's creating a new regional housing scheme with 10,000 annual places from October 1, 2022. The new scheme is aimed at encouraging construction in regional areas to access it. People have to either build or buy a newly built home in designated regional areas. 1. Know what grants you're eligible for. The three main grants that are available are for existing homes, to build a brand new home, and also for single parents. Number 2, speak to a mortgage broker and get your finances in check. Make sure that you have the right pre-approvals for the right grants, because a lot of the grants have expiry dates, cooling off periods, and certain criteria that had to be adhered to. So what you need to do is make sure that you have the right professionals and the right people around you supporting you to get the right advice. Number 3, shortlist 3 to 5 key areas that you wish to invest in line with your budget. Because a lot of the time, people can't find the areas within their budget. The way that COVID has remapped things, we can now work remotely in different areas and can potentially find cheaper prices and cheaper properties in regional locations not located in Sydney CBD areas. Number 4, speak to a buyer's agent or local real estate agent to help you secure a property suited to your needs. A buyer's agent will have the data and resources based on that area and can help you make an educated decision and find you the right property, and also narrow down the areas that you may not want to live in due to their data resources. So what buyer's agents can do is help you narrow down the properties that you like to in the areas you want and minimize the risks.